What if the gods of old were the fallen angels? There are places on this earth that feel like scars, deep circles carved into the land. Over 190 of them, each one silent, each one unexplained. Some people call them asteroid impacts, but what if they are something else? What if they are not just marks in the earth? What if they are points of arrival, points where heaven collided with the ground? What if the stories in the Bible are the same stories told by the Greeks, the Romans, the Norse, the Egyptians, and the Sumerians? What if the sky gods of myth were the same watchers who fell from heaven? What if the gods and demigods of legend were the same fallen angels and Nephilim spoken of in Genesis, Enoch, and Jubilees? Think about that. Ancient writings speak of 200 watchers, angels who left their place in heaven and descended onto Mount Hermon. This is recorded in the Book of Enoch. Genesis chapter 6 says the sons of God took daughters of men. They fathered giants who were called mighty men of old and men of renown. Their arrival was not gentle. It shook the world. The air changed. The land shifted. Whole regions were transformed. Some people believe those craters scattered across the world are the signs of their descent. Impact points, entry points, places where the sky cracked open, where light and fire met earth and stone. When the watchers came down, the planet reacted. Magnetic fields shifted. Animals fled. Strange energy zones appeared. Some places still give off readings that confuse scientists today. Compasses spin. Birds will not fly over the area. People say they feel watched when they stand there, almost like something beneath the ground is still alive, still waiting, still watching. As time passed, new civilizations rose up. Egypt, Sumer, Babylon, Maya, Greece, Rome, the Norse. They all kept the same memory. Visitors from the sky, beings of light, beings with wings, beings with knowledge that humans did not have. Every culture carved them into stone. Every culture told stories about them. Every culture feared them. They taught mankind how to build, how to forge metal, how to fight, how to perform magic, how to read the stars. The Book of Enoch says angels like Semjaza, Azazel, Tamiel, Kokabiel, and others taught knowledge that heaven never meant for humans to have. Enoch says they changed everything. Greek myths say the same. Prometheus brought fire and knowledge to mankind. Zeus ruled from a holy mountain throne. The Titans rebelled against heaven and were cast into Tartarus. Tartarus is the same word Peter uses for the prison of the fallen angels in the New Testament. That connection is not an accident. Semjaza was the leader of the fallen angels. He taught enchantments and the secrets of the heavens. The Greeks remembered that same leader and called him Zeus. The Romans called him Jupiter. The Norse called him Odin. Different names, different languages, same story. Zeus sits on Mount Olympus. Odin sits on a heavenly throne in Asgard. Semjaza descended on Mount Hermon. Every throne is a copy of the true mountain of God. Every sky god is a shadow of the Most High. Psalm 82 even says that God stands in the assembly of the gods and judges them. He tells them that although they are called gods, they will die like men. These were not real gods. They were fallen beings pretending to be divine. Azazel taught humans how to make swords, shields, armor, and weapons of war. He taught the art of seduction and vanity. He taught the crafting of metal and the painting of faces. Enoch says the earth became filled with blood because of him. Prometheus in Greek legend sounds just like Azazel. He defied heaven. He gave mankind forbidden knowledge. He was punished and bound for it. The same story, two different cultures. Kokabiel and other fallen angels taught mankind the ways of war. The Greeks remembered this spirit and called him Ares. The Romans called him Mars. The Norse called him Tyr. War became holy because the fallen made it holy. They taught humans to kill for glory, to conquer for honor, to shed blood for the gods. But Scripture shows that these spirits were never angels of righteousness. They were corrupted. They corrupted creation in return. Gadriel and Tamiel taught seduction, enchantments, and the reading of the stars. Aphrodite in Greek myth shows the same traits. Freya in Norse myth shows the same power. Beauty, magic, desire, pride. Not born from heaven, but born from rebellion. In the book of Jeremiah, God warns Israel about the Queen of Heaven. That title belonged to spirits the people worshipped instead of the Most High. Revelation chapter 9 speaks of Abaddon, also called Apollyon. He is the angel of the abyss, the destroyer. The Greeks called this same power Hades. The Norse called it Hell. One underworld, many names. One fallen ruler cast out of heaven long ago. Every version of the story matches the others. Light becomes darkness. A heavenly being becomes a ruler of the dead. The Book of Jubilees says the fallen angels corrupted not only humans, but animals, birds, and all creatures on earth. They mixed things that should never be mixed. They brought unnatural life into the world. This is why Genesis says the earth was filled with violence. This is why the flood came. Not only because humans were wicked, but because creation itself had been changed. Greek myths speak of hybrid beasts, centaurs, minotaurs, cyclopes. Sumerian carvings show winged bulls and lion men. Norse legends speak of giants mixed with beasts. These were not inventions of imagination. These were memories of a world touched by the Watchers. The Greeks and Romans told stories of demigods, heroes born from a god and a human mother. Hercules, Achilles, Perseus. Sumer told the story of Gilgamesh, who was 2 parts divine and 1 part human. The Bible calls these beings Nephilim, giants of old, children of fallen angels. Where myth calls them heroes, Scripture calls them the reason for the flood. The world had to be cleansed because they ruled with violence and pride. Then there is Jesus Christ, the true Son of God, the real union of heaven and earth, born not from rebellion or lust, but from the Spirit of God. The Nephilim were born to corrupt. Jesus came to redeem. The Watchers descended to rule. Jesus descended to save. Their blood brought destruction. His blood brought life. That is the difference between the false gods and the Most High, between the imitation and the truth. After the flood in the Tower of Babel, mankind scattered. Every group carried fragments of these stories. Fragments turned into myth. Myth turned into religion. And the fallen angels became the gods of the nations. Semjaza became Zeus. Azazel became Prometheus. Gadriel became Aphrodite. Abaddon became Hades. The Nephilim became demigods. And the Most High became known as the one who judged them all. Different names, different cultures, one story, many legends. One truth behind them, many gods in the eyes of man, one Most High above them all. Now think about something else. Many cultures say beings came from the sky. Some call them gods, some call them angels, some call them aliens. So here's the question. When ancient people saw lights streaking across the sky, when they saw beings descend from above, were they seeing visitors from other worlds? Or were they seeing the Watchers again? And if there are other beings out there, did the Watchers meet them? Did they fight them? Did they fear them? Or did they mimic them? There are stories of wars in the heavens, stories of battles in the sky, stories of beings who came down and never returned. So think about that, because the truth might be bigger than we were taught to believe. Remember to search and study this for yourself. Look into the sources: Genesis, the Book of Enoch, the Book of Jubilees, the writings of ancient civilizations. Compare what different cultures said. Decide what makes sense to you. Not all legends are fiction. Not all facts are simple. Sometimes the truth hides in the space between both. If this story made you think, help our channel grow. Hit like, share it with someone who would enjoy it. Subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment and tell us your thoughts. Tell us what myths and stories you want us to explore next. And check out the other videos on our channel. Thank you for watching.